songs rest beside a ceramic cup. Dust motes float slowly in the amber autumn ray. A quiet Tuesday stretches through the empty room, and thoughts of you drift in to steal the hour away. We used to share a slice of buttered toast at dawn, before the heavy world demanded we awake. I wonder if your kitchen still greets the early light, or if another shares the promises we couldn't make. Somewhere beyond this town, your quiet life goes on, beneath a different roof, beside a different door. I would not ask the clock to turn its hands backward. I only hope your spirit isn't tired anymore. Paper calendars hang peeling on the kitchen wall. The pages curl and yellow with the passing days. A distant memory flickers like a failing bulb, and daily routine pulls me back through gentle haze. We never built a harbor sturdy enough to stay. We simply sailed the waters that we chanced to find. Some faces fade away without a bitter word. Some simple feelings leave a lasting warmth behind. If fortune led your steps toward a peaceful shore, I trust you found a comfort in the changing view. And when a familiar melody begins to play, perhaps a stray second brings me back to you. I wonder how the years are treating your old heart, and hope your quiet life has chosen well. A bicycle bell rings across the avenue, and suddenly the room is full of you. We used to share a single paper cup, before the world grew heavy and locked up. I wonder if you still collect old stamps, or read by amber light from tilted lamps. The autumn wind is rattling the pane, and I am whispering your name again. Old friend, are you sleeping soundly tonight? Did you finally catch the elusive light? Or are you sitting in a quiet room, watching the shadows sweep across the loom? Sometimes a familiar coat goes walking by, and time forgets to backward fly. I hope your kitchen smells of baking bread with nothing heavy pressing on your head. Remember when we lost the keys at dawn and laughed until the grass was soaked and wan? Those silly days are buried deep in dust, yet what we had has never turned to rust. So here is to the miles we left behind, and every tender thought that crossed my mind. Wherever you may be under the stars, I hope your healing mends your hidden scars. The scent of toasted cinnamon drifts out the bakery door. He stands upon the pavement, counting coins inside his palm. His wool coat bears the heavy gray of 40 winters past. A sudden stranger passing by beneath a crimson umbrella. He recalls a summer afternoon by the county riverbank, when music played from kitchen radios through screen doors. She wore a yellow ribbon tied around her braided hair and laughed until the soda bottles bubbled in the grass. They shared a single sandwich wrapped in checkerboard paper, too proud to admit their pockets held only copper change. They carved their initials deep into the cedar fence and swore the world would bend before their stubborn dreams. Years roll like tumbleweeds across the western plains. He traded field and river for a desk of polished oak. Ledgers and telephones swallowed up the morning hours, until the silver hair began to frost around his temples. Does she still bake cinnamon rolls when autumn turns severe? Does she remember songs that made the dashboard rattle? Or did the roaring highway wash those simple days away, leaving only silence in the corners of her kitchen? He tips his worn fedora to the baker on the corner, swallows down the lump of grief that catches in his chest. Hope she found a quiet harbor when the storm was high. Hope her coffee stays warm through the longest afternoon, walking down the avenue where shadows stretch so long, carrying the memory like a hidden photograph. like a ghost from another address. Your voice slipped right through the empty room. Decades folded inside a kitchen draft. I stopped stirring the broth on the iron ring, wondering if your winter coat still has that frayed left pocket, or if you found someone who laughs at burnt toast the way you used to. We built our entire world on borrowed plates, chasing buses in the freezing rain. Now my tea goes cold while the clock ticks loud, and I still keep 2 mugs by the porcelain sink. Did you ever make it out to the coast, or did you stay where the river bends low? I found our old ticket stubs inside a paperback dictionary, faded ink hiding behind forgotten words. Sometimes the silence gets too wide to cross, leaving room for old names to wander in. Are you sleeping soundly under different stars, or do you wake up suddenly when the autumn wind blows? I would trade a dozen quiet evenings just to know if the world treated you as kindly as you hoped. Stove clicked off and the room grew cold again. Just an ordinary Tuesday afternoon. Nothing to hold on to except a ghost in the hallway and the quiet echo of a song we used to hum.
Porcelain cup holds a cooling brew. Dust motes dance in a slant of amber light. Sudden laughter echoes from a passing car. A loose floorboard creaks beneath the rug. Paper calendars curl at the outer edge. Shadows lengthen across the wooden floor. Photographs fade in their heavy frames. Someone is whistling down the gravel path. An iron gate clicks in the afternoon breeze. Sweater sleeves bunch up around my wrists. Raindrops tap softly on the windowsill. Unsent letters rest inside a cedar box. Dried lavender loses its purple scent. Bread crust hardened on a ceramic plate. Footsteps pause briefly by the garden wall. Clock hands crawl toward the evening hour. Coats hang heavily on the hallway hooks. Warm tea leaves settle at the porcelain base. Kettle steam fogs
Silver sounds fade into the distant hills. Eyeglasses slip down the bridge of my nose. Stove burners tick as the metal cools. Blankets fold neatly on the velvet couch. Wondering tonight if you drink it black. Heavy oak supports the weight of the chair where you used to sit, stitching up a dream that felt so fragile yet so infinite. Do you remember how the kitchen radio played that scratchy brass before the years began to blur like raindrops on frosted glass? When $20 felt like treasure on a wooden floor, and knocking on tomorrow never needed any key at all. You had that stubborn look across your forehead every single night, believing every heavy word would somehow turn out right. I wish I could have tapped your shoulder through the kitchen pane to tell you storms are nothing more than passing summer rain, that every stumble leads you to a softer kind of view, and scars are just the quiet maps that guide the way to who we finally became beneath the heavy autumn skies, with silver threading softly underneath our tired eyes. Tell me, do you still save the crusts of bread for birds, or chase the heavy silence with a dozen restless words? I wonder if your hands still shake when winter turns too cold, or if you found the peace inside the stories yet untold. Forgive me for the times I doubted every single breath we took. We never really learned to read the ending of the book. So rest your tired bones and let the heavy evening fall. There is no race to run tonight against the garden wall. We did the best we could with what we had inside our hands, walking blindly through the shifting tides of changing lands. I pour a cup of tea and raise it to the empty space, and softly thank the boy who kept the steady pace. Golden amber filters through the pane, sitting by the wooden window frame, pouring sugar into china cups, watching how the weary morning stirs. Someone sits the island smiles, tracing lines of half-forgotten miles. Coffee steam is rising in the chill. Quiet streets are standing very still. Do you take your sugar with a spoon, or do you drink it bitter under noon? Stranger with a coat of faded brown, passing through this little river town. Years can slip away like falling rain, leaving shadows on the window pane. Maybe somewhere down a different street, someone else is pausing for a seat. Tell me, do you ever miss the sound of footsteps on the gravel ground? Or is the past a book you put away, bound in leather from a distant day? Silver spoons and porcelain are cold, stories that we never quite unfold. Pour another cup and pour it slow. There is nowhere else we need to go. Stranger, nod your head and sip your brew, wishing all the best of life to you. You said yesterday the copper pipes are humming again. Cold milk left sitting on the neighbor's porch. A stray gray cat sleeping underneath the rattan chair. The postman dropped 3 circulars in the rain. A torn blue sweater hanging by the cellar door. 3 yellow pencils sharpened to a needle point. A rusted hinge that squeaks when the wind turns east. An empty jam jar waiting on the windowsill. The calendar still turned to last November's page. A silver teapot tarnished near the handle curve. 4 chip buttons in a little wooden tin. A faded snapshot tucked inside a recipe book. A heavy wool coat smelling faintly of pine. A crack in the sidewalk by the cherry tree. A pair of reading glasses resting on the shelf. A single tea bag cooling in a white mug. The kitchen clock ticking 10 minutes fast. A stray button rolling underneath the stove. An old brass key that fits no lock in town. feet swinging in the afternoon breeze. A folded napkin beside a bowl of soup. A loose floorboard creaking in the hallway floor. A basket of apples turning slightly brown. The sound of distant church bells carrying far. I wonder how you take your coffee in the dark. The glowing numbers on the bedroom wall stood still at 3 and didn't move at all. I watched the blue light paint the plaster white and wondered who you share your sleep with tonight. Decades passed like trains upon a curve. We took the turns, we didn't have the nerve to make together in the morning chill. Now quiet rooms are heavy and still. Do you still take your coffee far too strong? Do you remember how the verse went wrong? Or did the years erase the melody we sang so poorly by the willow tree? Sometimes a passing car will shift the shade against the curtain where the patterns played, and for a second I can hear your tread across the boards beside my single bed. I hope your kitchen window catches light. I hope your winter garden treats you right. I hope the roads you chose to wander down led somewhere better than this quiet town. We packed our bags with heavy, careful hands and built our lives on very different lands. Yet midnight always brings the same old ghost to ask me who I might have loved the most. The numbers change and slowly drift away, another hour closer to the gray, and somewhere out beyond the sleeping pain, I wonder if you're waking up again. An old tin box sits right here on the table, full of folded letters tied with fading twine. I untie the knot just to check if I am able to read the cursive words from back in '69. Ink is blurred a little where the rain fell over, back when we believed that time would never rush. Driving tea at 4 in winter. Do you wear that woolen scarf I knitted blue? Every little memory is a tiny splinter pricking at my heart whenever I miss you. Maybe you are sitting by a coastal window, watching cargo vessels drift across the bay, thinking of the seasons that we used to tend to before the rapid currents carried us away. Was it Tuesday night when we last talked together, talking about nothing that we had to save? Weather vane is pointing to the stormy weather, spinning on the roof above the garden cave. Sometimes in the middle of a peaceful evening, I can hear your footsteps coming up the stair. Then the clock remembers, and I am still grieving, staring at the shadow in the empty chair, wondering if you ever call my name in silence, wondering if happiness has found your door. Streetcar bells cut through the fog this morning, rolling past the window where I sit alone. Porcelain cup warming up my fingers, wondering if you still use that telephone. We used to share a single slice of toast, laughing at the weather in the afternoon. Now the neighborhood has shifted colors, shadows stretching long across the living room. Do you ever walk past the corner diner where we left our names carved in the cedar booth? Time has a way of moving like a river, carrying away the simpler days of you. Sometimes an autumn breeze brings back your laughter, just a sudden echo down an empty street, making me pause beside the open doorway, wondering where our paths would chance to meet. Are your winters kinder than they used to be? Did you find the garden that you talked about? Maybe you are sitting by a cozy fire, watching heavy snow clouds slowly clear out. I just hope your coffee stays hot and steady, and somebody learns to love your quiet ways. Even oceans wide in years that keep dividing cannot fade the warmth of those old yesterdays. Kettle clicked off and broke the afternoon stillness, leaving a quiet that felt too wide for just one room. I stood by the window, watching gray clouds gather, and wondered how many seasons had passed you by. Your face crossed my mind like a movie reel spinning, back when we shared a single cup of tea, before the phone numbers changed and the letters stopped, before the miles grew too heavy to cross. Tell me, do you still listen to jazz on rainy Tuesdays? Do you still burn your toast and laugh it off? Somewhere in another town under a different streetlight, I hope your world is gentle and kind. We were just kids trying to figure out the map, taking wrong turns that somehow felt right. I found an old photograph behind the living room clock. Your smile was blurry at the edge of the frame. Time has a way of smoothing out the rough edges, turning sharp heartache into a dull golden glow. I wonder if you ever look back at those winters, or if you left them behind like outgrown codes. If I dialed your old digits on a sudden whim tonight, would a stranger answer, or would it just ring? Tell me, do you still listen to jazz on rainy Tuesdays? Do you still burn your toast and laugh it off? Somewhere in another town under a different streetlight, I hope your world is gentle and kind. Where did the blue umbrella go that Tuesday by the park? Why do we keep old movie stubs inside a mason jar? Dust motes dance in slanting light across the wooden floor, while coffee cups are ringing out a tune against the door. A rainy wind is tapping soft against the pantry glass, and afternoon is slowly letting autumn shadows pass. I wonder if your kitchen shelf still holds the chipped white mug, or if you still remember how to fold a woolen rug. Sometimes Sometimes a fleeting melody will pull me right back down to that brick house with peeling paint across the river town. The radio plays sleepy brass from 1964, and suddenly I miss the sound of pacing on the floor. Do you still burn your toast because you start to read a book? Do you still lose your reading glasses every time you look? We used to argue softly while the cabbage soup was warm, and watch the lightning tumble down to start a summer storm. Years have slipped like water through the fingers of our hands. We traded quiet promises for different sorts of lands. I found our faded photograph inside a recipe, and wondered who you share your Sunday afternoon with these days. The teapot whistles softly on the iron burner now. I wonder if you're resting easy somewhere anyhow. Leaves are piling thick and gold upon the garden stone, and evening finds me sitting by the window all alone. Perhaps you have forgotten every silly word we said. Perhaps you sleep without a heavy question in your head. Still I hope the world is treating your December kindly too, and hope the wind has brought some gentle warmth along to you. The wicker chair receives my shifting weight and settles down upon the kitchen floor. I wonder if you kept that wooden crate we painted blue beside the cellar door. Your laugh would echo off the narrow stair whenever dinner burned inside the pan. Do you remember tying up your hair before the heavy winter weather began? I found a photograph behind the clock, squinting at the camera in the rain, beside the ferry at the wooden dock, before our quiet lives were rearranged. Sometimes I wonder how your hands have grown, if lines of worry settled near your eyes while walking through the evening streets alone, beneath the changing colors of the skies. Did you outgrow the coat we bought in town, or keep the tickets from the picture show? Did autumn ever chase the green leaves down to roads where neither of us learned to go? I hope stays warm in your cup. I hope the radio still plays our tune, and when the heavy night comes settling up, you find a quiet comfort in the moon. Amber light is pooling slow across the counter. An older gentleman is stirring porcelain cups. I sit beside him where the radiator rattles, waiting for a bus that always takes its time. He asks me if the weather feels a bit unkind. I tell him I prefer the gray and heavy skies. He laughs and pulls a silver watch from his vest, saying time was never meant to be polite. We talk about the gardens we have never grown, about the names of streets we left so far behind. He wears a scarf his daughter knitted by hand, and I carry boots that need a proper new sole. It happens like this when the city slows down. A stranger becomes a keeper of forgotten thoughts. We share a silence built on nothing much at all. Just passing hours while the pavement stays damp. I wonder as he folds his paper up neat, if somebody somewhere is missing his voice tonight, if someone is keeping a kettle warm on the stove, just waiting for the latch to lift on the door. He tips his hat and pays the cashier right then, stepping out into the late afternoon chill, leaving me alone with my half-empty glass and a fleeting wonder how his story will end. The cafe door swings shut with a gentle click, and the world keeps spinning on its quiet axis. You whispered yesterday the lilac hedge needed pruning. I found a rusted hand sheer behind the shed. Water dripped from a leaky gutter pipe, splashing against a bucket left unread. 4 red bricks held up the back porch step. An empty milk crate sat by the screen door. Dust motes drifted in the yellow swept dried leaves across the hardwood floor. A stray black cat slept on the patio chair. The neighbor's radio played a distant tune. I peeled an orange at the lemonade table, watching the shadows lengthen past noon. Your favorite mug still sits on the drying rack, a cracked handle held together with glue. I wonder if you still take your coffee black, or if time changed the things you used to do. Sometimes a sudden cloud will block the sun, and I'll recall the coat you used to wear, a woolen gray with mismatched buttons down the front, left hanging empty on the hallway stair. I wonder if the town where you moved away treats you kindly through the bitter frost, or if you ever pause beside a crowded street to count the little things we never lost. The afternoon grows quiet as the wind dies down. I turn the latch and lock the front door tight. Rough woolens brush against my palm tonight. Heavy flannel folding down inside the drawer. Sleeves that kept the autumn breeze outside the door. Threads of navy holding up against the light, buried underneath a pile of heavy coats. Paper slips and ticket stubs from years gone by. Ink that turned to lavender beneath the sky. Handwritten margins in old spiral notes. Then your signature appeared in quiet blue. Names we never speak aloud on crowded streets. Trains that rolled away from quiet country seats. Worlds away from everything I thought I knew. Did the kitchen window keep that eastern view? Are the orchard apples heavy on the bough? Does a stranger share your evening coffee now? Or do shadows fall the way they used to do? Not a single number waits in code today. Years have built a quiet wall between our towns. Seasons come and strip the heavy branches down. letting every old attachment fade away. Still I wonder how the winter treats your hands, whether laughter finds you when the weather turns, where the autumn fireplace still smokes and burns, far across the border of these shifting lands. May your days be steady as the winter stone, walking through the quiet where the years have flown. 12 numeric digits glowed in blue when the silence cracked across the floor. I was wondering if you still drink tea, or if you left the countryside for good. Years have folded up their paper wings since we shared that jacket in the rain. Do you ever picture this exact same street when the winter wind begins to howl? Maybe you are sitting by a coastal window, watching cargo vessels drift away, wearing that old silver ring we found buried underneath the garden bench. I still keep the map we circled twice, though the ink is faded into gray. Tell me, do you ever search for my face in the crowded market when the music plays? Time moves forward like a loaded train, never stopping for a backward glance. Yet a random Tuesday brings you back, clear as daylight standing at my door. Maybe we are older, wiser strangers now, living out the lives we chose instead. Still, I hope your evening treats you kindly, and the coffee stays hot in your cup until the numbers shift on the bedside screen, and another quiet night becomes the past. Milk bottles clinking on brick brought me straight back to your porch. Though 40 winters have slipped since we shared that wooden torch, do you still wear that wool cap, torn at the very left ear, mapping the town on your lap, just hoping spring would appear? I poured a cup for us both, knowing you're miles away, keeping the old winter oath we made on a Tuesday. Remember the ice on the pane we traced with a frozen dime, never believing the pain of losing a single time. Sometimes an old rusted hinge sings in the morning draft, giving my memory a tinge of how we forever laughed. Are you still fixing old clocks deep in your cluttered old shed, sorting through buttons and socks with books piled high lay by your bed. If you should wander this way, knock twice on the kitchen door. We'll have tea and talk of the day like nothing has changed before. The dial tone dissolved into a drift of dust while sitting by the window pane. I wonder if your winter coat still smells of rust, or if you found a different train. The coffee grounds have settled at the ceramic base. A shadow stretched across the floor. I trace the phantom outline of your speaking face and wonder who is at your door. Sometimes a sudden memory cuts right through the room, like copper pennies falling on a wooden floor. I turn around to tell you something in the gloom before I catch myself and wish for more. Are the chestnuts roasting down on 42nd Street? Do you still wear that woolen scarf when autumn winds are kicking up a chilly beat and making every passerby break half? The neighborhood has traded out its peeling paint, and street lamps wear a different glow. I sometimes hear your laughter, faint and quaint, before the evening breezes blow.